Cold cases, often haunting mysteries, leave families and communities desperate for answers. They are unsolved crimes or disappearances that have gone years or even decades without resolution. However, thanks to advancements in technology and dedicated law enforcement efforts, some cold cases find closure and justice. In 2023, 5 such cold cases were finally solved, bringing relief to the families of the victims and hope to others waiting for answers. Will more cold cases see resolution in the future? Can we continue to rely on technological advancements to solve these long-standing mysteries? Hi, and welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, please consider subscribing, as it helps us motivate you to create more intriguing content for you. Let's have a look at the 5 strangest cold cases. Carol Rafe. Carol Rafe lived in Gloucester Township, New Jersey, where she was 59 years old. She lived in one of the Lakeview apartments. Gloucester Township is a vibrant and diverse community located in Camden County, New Jersey, USA. With its rich history and modern amenities, the township offers residents and visitors a unique blend of urban and suburban living. Covering an area of approximately 24 square miles, Gloucester Township is one of the largest municipalities in the county and is home to a population of around 70,000 residents. The township's history dates back to the 17th century when European settlers first arrived in the region. Over the years, Gloucester Township has evolved from a rural farming community to a thriving suburban town. Today, it boasts a diverse population, representing a tapestry of cultures and backgrounds, making it a welcoming and inclusive place to live. Residents of Gloucester Township enjoy a wide range of recreational and leisure opportunities. The township is home to numerous parks, playgrounds, and sports facilities, providing ample space for outdoor activities and community gatherings. The vast Timber Creek Park, with its picturesque walking trails, fishing ponds, and picnic areas, is a favorite spot for nature enthusiasts and families alike. On June 21, 2013, officers from the Gloucester Township Police Department went to the Lakeview apartment complex to check on Carol because she had not shown up for a trip with her family and was not picking up her phone. Carol was not there when the police went to her flat. Her car was in the parking lot, and her keys were still in her apartment. After that, she was formally reported missing. 4 days later, the police discovered Carol Rafe's body in a wooded area behind an old maintenance building. The location was near Route 42 and off Lower Landing Road. Due to her body breaking down, an investigation could not tell exactly what happened to her. During the first probe, a pair of Carol's jeans and an empty beer bottle in her apartment were both found to have possible DNA evidence. Unfortunately, DNA tests at the time did not give clear answers. Over the years, improvements in DNA analysis have helped open new doors for the case. For example, equipment that can collect evidence has made it more likely that the person who did it will be found soon. Detective Jeremy Jankowski of the Camden County Prosecutor's Office said it has always been his hope that when they close this, it will protect other people from having to go through this as a family and for the loss of life. On May 11, 2023, 59-year-old Joseph Grisoff was arrested and charged with killing Carol Rafe. The U.S. police caught Grisoff. The Camden Division of the Marshal Service is in Morristown. He was then taken to the Camden County Correctional Facility to wait for a hearing on his arrest. After Grisoff was arrested, police said he was questioned when Carol's body was found because he was a maintenance worker who lived near her apartment. Officials say that during that interview, Grisoff told cops that he would often see Carol outside and that he had given her compliments in the past. Also, he said he had never been to her place, even though they said that new DNA testing shows that it is likely that both Carol and Grisoff contributed to the DNA profiles made from the jeans and beer bottle found in Carol's apartment. The Gloucester Township Police Department and the Camden County Prosecutor's Office have remained steadfast in their commitment to Carol Rafe's case since her disappearance on June 21, 2013, and the subsequent discovery of her body on June 24, 2013. Throughout the years, they have tirelessly pursued justice for Ms. Reiff and her grieving family. Every possible avenue will be explored to ensure that those responsible for this heinous crime are brought to justice. As law enforcement professionals, they consider it their solemn duty to be the unwavering voice for victims and their families, providing them with the support and justice they deserve. Jose Randolfo Pagoda. In August 2014, the quiet city of Alton, Illinois, was shaken by a harrowing discovery. Human remains were found in the trunk of a car parked on Powhatan Street, near the intersection with Seminary Street. This unsettling incident left the close-knit community concerned and searching for answers. Alton, known for its picturesque location along the banks of the Mississippi River, has a rich history that dates back to the early 19th century. With its vibrant riverfront, historic landmarks, and scenic parks, the city has always been a haven for nature lovers and history enthusiasts. As the investigation unfolded, it became evident that the remains belonged to a 52-year-old Honduran man named Jose Randolfo Pagoda. The state of decomposition presented challenges, prompting authorities to utilize advanced DNA science to identify the victim. Concurrently, a suspect emerged in the form of Odilon Villagran Gudino, a Mexican man who was in the country illegally. The case took on a deeper resonance within the Alton community as its residents rallied together to support the ongoing investigation. Law enforcement agencies worked tirelessly to bring justice to Jose Randolfo Pagoda and provide closure to his grieving family. Despite their efforts, the case remained shrouded in limited information, leaving a sense of disheartenment among those affected. The people of Alton continue to grapple with the absence of concrete details, making it challenging for them to fully comprehend the circumstances surrounding this tragic event. As time passes, the resilient spirit of Alton's community remains unwavering. The city's residents stand united, lending each other strength during this difficult period, while also holding on to hope that the investigation will eventually shed light on the truth. The lack of details makes it challenging for anyone involved to fully comprehend the circumstances surrounding it. Kayla Unbehaun. She was born on July 5, 2008, in the western suburbs of Chicago, Illinois. She is the daughter of Ryan Iskirka and Heather Unbahan. Ryan and Heather broke up when Kayla was very young, and in 2017, a judge gave lifelong custody of Kayla to Ryan. Kayla spent the 4th of July with her mother. She was supposed to go back to Ryan on her 9th birthday, which was the next day. The next day, Heather and Kayla did not show up for the court-ordered swap. The police were called right away, and a probe was started. All of Heather's social media accounts had been wiped, and her phone had been turned off. The last time the police saw Heather, she was putting her things on the roof of her car. Her closest relatives said she went camping in Wisconsin, but they did not know where. She was supposed to come back on July 5 at 7 p.m. to give Kayla to Ryan. Ryan reported both Kayla and Heather missing, so Heather was charged with child abduction, which is a Class IV crime. Since then, South Elgin police have followed up on many tips and leads and worked with police departments from all over the country to try to find Kayla and Heather. Ryan made a GoFundMe page to ask for donations and tips to help with the search. He wrote on GoFundMe that he wanted to use the money to hire a private detective and pay for any other costs related to finding them and making sure they are safe and healthy when they are found. In a heartfelt message, he expressed that the safety and return of Kayla are of utmost importance to him and his family. He went on to convey deep gratitude for any support they received through the funding efforts. Between July 2017 and May 2023, the page raised a little more than $2,500 toward its goal of $10,000. Kayla's picture was on an episode of Netflix's Unsolved Mysteries in November 2022. At the end of the episode, Abducted by a Parent, missing posters and age development pictures from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children are shown for just under 5 seconds. On the screen, there is a picture of Kayla when she was 9 years old and a picture of what she might look like when she is a teenager. On May 13, 2023, a woman was shopping at the Westgate Regional Shopping Center in Asheville, North Carolina. While there, she went into Plato's Closet, an upscale resale shop. The woman saw a mother and her daughter. She knew the girl was Heather and remembered that the child had gone missing. The woman told an employee what she thought was going on. The store worker called Asheville police right away, who then called South Elgin police. Police officers then confirmed that the two people were Heather and Kayla Unbehaun, who was 15 years old. Unbahan, who is 40 years old, was then taken into arrest. Ryan was quickly able to find her. Ryan expressed his happiness that Kayla was safe and back home. He thanked the South Elgin Police Department, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and other law enforcement agencies for their assistance in her case. Ryan also expressed gratitude to those who supported the Bring Kayla Home Facebook page, contributing to keeping her story alive. He requested privacy as they reestablished their relationship and started a new chapter. South Elgin Chief of Police Jerry Crosstick also conveyed his appreciation to people across the country and other law enforcement agencies who diligently worked to help reunite Kayla with her father. He confirmed that the child was in good health and happy now that she was back home, as stated in a press release. After Unbahan was arrested in Buncombe County, she was charged with the criminal crime of extradition, which she did not agree to waive. She paid a $25,000 bail and was released from jail. The next day, she turned herself in Kane County, Illinois, where she was booked on charges of abduction. On May 18, 2023, the 40-year-old man went before Judge Julia Yetter. He was given bond and an electronic tracking device. Ryan got an order of protection against Unbahan, which says that he cannot come within a mile of his house and cannot leave Illinois without permission from the court. The next time Unbahan is due in court is on June 14, 2023. In Illinois, a Class IV crime can get you 1 to 3 years in prison or probation. Larry Fuller. In 2009, Larry Fuller was living in Ignacio, Colorado. It is a small town that exudes an enigmatic charm that captivates visitors and locals alike. Despite its modest size, this hidden gem boasts a rich history that dates back centuries, leaving curious minds to unravel the intriguing tales of the past. The town's name itself holds a mystery, with various legends attempting to explain its origin. Some believe it was named after a mythical figure, a wise sage whose wisdom permeates the essence of Ignacio, guiding its inhabitants through the ages. Others suggest it was named in honor of an enigmatic explorer who stumbled upon the town during his quest for undiscovered lands. Walking through the quaint streets of Ignacio, one cannot help but notice the unique blend of cultures that coexist harmoniously. The town serves as a meeting point for different indigenous tribes, each with its own distinctive traditions and stories, adding to the allure of this cultural melting pot. Yet the true intrigue of Ignacio lies in its natural wonders that remain largely untouched. Surrounded by lush forests, rolling hills, and mysterious canyons, the area harbors secrets waiting to be unveiled by those adventurous enough to explore its hidden nooks and crannies. Ancient petroglyphs etched into the rock walls hint at untold stories, leaving archaeologists and historians puzzled over the mysteries of these ancient markings. Larry was 49 years old. He worked as a motor mechanic for a living. Larry was married to Paula Silva, and the two of them had 4 kids. Since 2000, they have lived in Colorado. Larry and Paula went to the Sidekick Bar at 677 Goddard Avenue on the night of December 31, 2008, to enjoy the new year. It was less than 2 hours into the new year when an unknown person shot Larry as he walked home. He died at the scene of the accident from his injuries. Investigators first thought that a fight at the bar might have been the reason, but Paula told them that the couple had not been involved in any fights that night. Investigators had nothing to go on because there were no witnesses and no real clues. The case was soon over. Paula Silva died in 2015 without ever finding out who killed her husband. The Ignacio Police Department asked the Colorado Bureau of Investigation to be the lead detective on the case in February 2023. The organization asked again for help from the people. Investigators talked to a lot of people, and it paid off in the end. On May 18, 2023, the Navajo Nation in Arizona caught 38-year-old David Hendren and accused him of killing Larry. In a news release, it was stated by Lisa Kolbrenner, a spokeswoman for the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, that witnesses were interviewed during a lengthy investigation. As a result, David Hendren was identified and subsequently arrested. Kolbrenner further mentioned that the details of the arrest are currently sealed, preventing the agency from providing any further information about the case. No information has been given about where Fuller was shot, how many times, or what kind of gun was used. Monica Escalante, Paul Silva's daughter, said that her mother still cannot get over what happened to her dad. She said that Hendren's arrest was unreal. Monica said that the agent who informed her about Hendren's arrest mentioned that Hendren told the police he didn't intend to kill Larry, but mistook him for someone else. Monica expressed surprise, stating that she had never thought they would figure it out. At the time of Larry's death, she was 25 years old. She further remarked that it felt like a dream come true. Monica thought of Larry as a father figure, and she said he was a very loving and skilled person. Monica said that her family could not get over Larry's death. She and her two brothers heard for years that different people in the neighborhood were involved. Monica mentioned that Larry lived in fear, and she believes her mother never fully recovered from it. If her mother were still alive, Monica thinks she would likely be overwhelmed with both happiness and sadness, possibly shedding tears. David Hendren is going to be sent to Durango, where the La Plata County Sheriff's Office will put him in jail. Sarah Yarborough. Sarah Yarborough was 16 years old and lived in Federal Way, Washington, with her parents and brother Andrew, who was 11. Federal Way is a city on the coast close to Tacoma. Sarah went to Federal High School, where she got good grades and was on the drill team. She liked dancing and art. On December 14, 1991, she drove to her high school early in the morning to go to a drill team game. At 9:40 a.m. a few hours later, two boys walking in the woods near Federal High School found Sarah Yarborough's body. On their way to school, the two boys cut through a patch of bushes to save time. That is when they made the horrifying find. Sarah was found with her tights wrapped around her neck and wearing her skirt and sweater. She had been choked and beaten up. At the scene of the crime, investigators found and took the criminal's DNA, which they kept for later use. Sarah's car was found in the school parking lot. There was nothing in the car that helped police find the person who hurt Sarah. The two boys and a runner who was also in the area that morning helped the police make a sketch of a possible suspect they saw right before Sarah's body was found. People saw the unknown man leave the bushes quickly and keep giving the bystanders suspicious looks as he walked away from the crime scene. People talked about the sketch, but no one came forward to say they knew the man. Investigators talked to students and staff at the high school, but they did not learn anything useful. Since there were no real clues, the case went cold. In 2019, using DNA from the person's family, police were able to match DNA from the crime scene to someone. Identifinders International says that Sarah's case was the first cold case where genetic history was used to find clues. Patrick Leon Nicholas was named as the person who did it. In October 2019, while Nicholas was sitting in a bar in Kent, Washington, the King County Sheriff's Office finally caught him. On April 17, 2023, Nicholas's hearing started in Kent at the Norm Malling Regional Justice Center. During his 2.5-week trial, Senior Deputy Prosecutor Celia Lee told the jury that Nicholas gave important information to detectives before he knew he was a suspect. She also described the horrifying incident, explaining that after leaving the safety of her car, the attacker either led or dragged her into the bushes, where her lifeless body was later discovered. During the attack, Yarborough bravely fought for her life, scratching at the man in an attempt to defend herself. During the trial, the state admitted that the DNA was run through the FBI's Combined DNA Index System, a database that has helped solve several cold cases and lead to verdicts. But CODIS never helped in Sarah's case. In 2019, Kane County Detective Kathleen Decker sent DNA from a crime scene to a different database and found that Nicholas and his brother might be a match. His DNA was already in a federal database, so it was easy for detectives to rule him out. So the police started keeping an eye on Nicholas. Eventually, they found some cigarette ash and a used napkin that he threw away at a strip mall. Then the state police checked the DNA they had found, and it was a match. Detective Kathy Decker stated that if they had the capability to conduct familial testing years ago, it could have potentially led them to find the brother, thereby assisting in narrowing down and determining the true culprit responsible for the crime. A jury decided on May 10, 2023, that all of the charges against Patrick Leon Nicholas were true. Nicholas got 45 years and 8 months in prison from Judge Josephine Wiggins. This is almost like giving the 59-year-old a life sentence. Sarah's mom, Laura Yarborough, revealed that they spent the last 30 years living with uncertainty, constantly wondering if and when someone would be arrested for the crime. The weight of this uncertainty was akin to having a Damocles sword hanging over their heads, and they never knew when it would come crashing down. Losing Sarah had a profound and lasting impact on their family, forever altering their lives. Laura expressed that she didn't anticipate the emotional toll this journey would take on her. The process has been draining, exhausting, and surprisingly lengthy, adding to her and her family's emotional burden. Nicholas has received the harshest punishment before, and this is not the first time it has happened. In 1983, he was convicted of first-degree assault and sentenced to 10 years in prison. He was released after about 3 years. She also said Nicholas had 2 assault convictions before her attack, which started with a seemingly friendly conversation in her car. She said that he reached through the open driver's window, threatening her with a knife to take off her clothes. In response, she ran as fast as possible and jumped into the river, swimming with all her strength until she could go no further. Laura Yarborough mentioned that if he was still in jail, he would not have been able to take their daughter. The family expressed that nothing can bring Sarah back or erase the pain they experience daily. Nevertheless, it provides them some solace to know that Nicholas will no longer be able to harm anyone else. Sarah's younger brother, Andrew, shared his belief that Nicholas lacks the capacity to feel remorse or emotions like ordinary people. According to Andrew, Nicholas does not belong with others who value freedom. He vividly remembers the sadness in his father's voice when he received the heartbreaking news of Sarah's passing over the phone. The cries of his parents late at night were audible through the walls as he lay in bed, etching the painful memory in his mind. What do you think of these cases? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.